Well. Hi there, it's Kim Willis again, and I'm doing one of the things that I love to do, at least one night a week anyway, and that is I'm dining out. And tonight I'm at a French restaurant here in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Cambodia used to be a French colony, so the French influence still lingers on in one way or another. And I like French food, so and it's a lot cheaper here than it is in the West, so it's great. But look, I've got another message for you today, and it flows from the post that I wrote and published on my blog, kimwillis.net. And the title of the post was Commitment Phobes and Nervous Nellies. Commitment Phobes and Nervous Nellies. And I wrote about this issue because it seems to me that a lot of people that get into internet marketing, affiliate marketing, network marketing, other types of internet marketing, well, a lot of them are not fully committed to the cause, shall we say. They're partially committed. Maybe they think it's a good idea to do it and make money online, etc. Do what I'm doing. I'm traveling all over the world at the moment and still generate really good income every week. But a lot of people are not committed. They're not fully committed, and partly because they haven't made the decision yet to be successful in this field. But there are other reasons for lack of commitment, and of course in the greater world there, in the greater community, all sorts of people who are uncommitted, not just for business and internet marketing type businesses. They're committed. A lot of people have got phobias about committing to relationships, even romantic relationships and so on. It seems that people fear commitment sometimes. So when I wrote this post, I came up with three primary reasons why people fear commitment and don't make a full commitment. Okay, our food's about to be served. Yeah. We've put the order in, but just waiting for it to be served. Now, the first reason is that they lack belief. Okay, they lack belief. They don't really believe they're going to make it work. They don't really believe they're going to make transformational income from this venture. So they're always holding back. And of course, usually they don't burn their bridges, so they've always got their job to fall back on or something like that. And so they, in the back of their mind, think, oh well, if it doesn't work out, I can just keep doing my job, do that for the next 30 years, blah blah. So yeah, that's one of the reasons they don't believe it can happen. Maybe they don't believe they're good enough to make money from their new venture. Maybe they don't believe in, if they're an affiliate marketer or something like that, they don't believe in the company. There's a fundamental belief issue, but usually it comes back to lack of belief in themselves. Okay? Because my view is that if you have a fair amount of belief in yourself and your own ability, you'll find a way to make it work. Okay? So that's the first thing. Now, another reason is lack of discipline. And some people are most people are very disciplined when it comes to their job because they've got the structure there. They've got routine that they can leverage off. They have the lure of the paycheck at the end of the week or the end of the fortnight or the month or whatever. So that kind of forces them to be disciplined. And of course, if they decide not to turn up for work without letting the boss know and giving them a mighty good reason, well, they're going to lose their job. So there's a fair amount of fear motivation involved there. But there's lack of discipline, particularly when it comes to starting a business, because there isn't anybody that's going to be hovering over you. Sure, you can be accountable to people, but it's not the same as having a boss. So you've got to have a fair amount of get up and go, self-discipline. You've got to be a self-starter. You've got to be, highly motivated to really make it work in the world of self-employment and home business, etc. So lack of discipline is an issue. Now, before I come to the third one, let me just talk about goals and dreams and passions and so on. What I've found is that if you have a strong goal and a big why, a big reason, reason might be that you're sick of commuting to work every day, you're spending 3 hours a day in traffic, for instance. That works. If you've got a big why and you articulate that why, you write it down, you visualize the pain associated with that why, that, even though it might sound negative the way I've described it, in reality it's not negative if the outcome is positive. Okay, so if you use that why to increase your dedication to the task, increase your discipline, increase your belief, it's going to make it that much easier. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. If you've got a big why, it's amazing how it will improve your belief. It's a funny thing. It just gives you more of a fire in the belly. It gives you more adrenaline. It gets you pumping, right? It gets you pumping. And even if you've got a reasonable amount of self-doubt coursing through your veins, if you've got the big why, it'll help to get you started. It'll help to get you up and going when you get home from work, so that you do the work that you have to do. It will help if you've got a big why. So if you're struggling with these issues, get back in front of your goal sheet, your little planner document, or whatever it is that you've done, and I hope you've done that, and focus on your why and your dream and your purpose and your passion. Your passion. What about this for a passion? A passion to change lives. Can the product or the service that you're promoting, can the business that you're involved with, does it have the potential to save lives? You see, if it does, well, you could get really excited about that and get passionate about that, and that could become your cause célèbre. It could become a big mission for you, a mission to change lives. And even if you've got some self-doubt, that passion will drive you forward. It'll drive you forwards. Okay, now another issue is to do with clutter. A lot of people are uncommitted because they've got too much clutter in their lives. And this is a big one for a lot of people. I know it was for me for many years. I allowed clutter. Maybe there was a subliminal thing there. I didn't want to face up to the responsibilities of building a business. So I allowed clutter to creep into my life, and that became kind of an excuse not to do what I had to do to make the business work. So I'm very big on this now. I'm very big on the prosperity law of vacuum. You know, create a space for the good you desire. So what you have to do is you have to remove clutter, even if it's painful. Even if some of that clutter revolves around pleasing activities, things that you love to do, but you realize that they're not that important. They're not that important to do. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so one of the courses has been served, the entree, the starter. Hang on. See that? Here comes some bread. Yes. Wow. Yeah, so removing clutter is critical. In fact, I've made this the last point, but perhaps it should be the first point, because it's that important. It's that important. You have to create a space for the good you desire. Prosperity law of vacuum. It always works. You create a space and then replace it with higher level and higher value activities. You can't help but be successful. It's a law of the universe. Look, you don't argue with it, just accept it as kind of the gospel truth. Just accept it as the gospel truth. The law of the universe. Create a space for the good you desire and remove that clutter. Work on your belief. Work on your belief, for sure. Focus on your why, your passions, etc. That will help to propel you forward as well. And then, of course, remove the clutter. Remove the clutter. You know something, I also mentioned discipline, lack of discipline. If you have more belief and you have more passion, you will become more disciplined. You will find the discipline, because now the thing that you want to do, that is build an online income stream, it will become #1 priority for you. You'll obsess about it. Maybe you'll even lose a bit of sleep about it, but that's no bad thing, particularly in the early stages. It's okay. It's okay. But if you have some passion, if you can get that sort of thing happening for you, you'll find the discipline and your belief will automatically improve, and you'll do whatever is necessary to cut out the clutter in your life. All right, that's the message for today. If you haven't joined my Facebook group, The Laptop Lifestyler, we talk about tribe building, various organic free marketing strategies. You'll love it. The Laptop Lifestyler. Make a request to join, and we'd love to have you involved. This is Kim Willis. Bye for now.